One of my favourite movies is A Few Good Men, not because of Tom Cruise. Don't really like Tom Cruise as an actor, but a very good movie. Tom Cruise just sort of plays himself in any movie he does. So, under the caption of You Can't Handle the Truth, we have a practice statement that was issued by the International Accounting Standards Board, to be frank, here in Australia. And it's a practice statement. It's not mandatory. We don't have to apply it. It's not an accounting standard. But I think it's a very good standard to look at, because basically materiality is the elephant in the room that we as preparers don't address well. We don't have too much guidance on materiality in the financial statements. We just have some words that I'll put up in a moment. So if I look at practice statement 2, then it helps me as a preparer to decide what information that is material and gives me a process to go about that and remove information from the financial statements because it's immaterial, not relevant to decision making. I was recently engaged by what can loosely be described as an accounting firm to go through their financial statements and apply materiality and remove clutter. A relatively small-ish accounting firm would reduce their financial statements from 42 pages to 22 and completely reformatted the information in those notes to tell users more about the financial statements. So material, sometimes we lose track of what we're trying to do. So in this definition of material from 101, I've emphasised some words that are really important. The first is could. So it's not a very high threshold. Could that information, if it's omitted, influence the decisions of users? And users are the primary users, shareholders and creditors at the end of the day. So could it influence users? In terms of what economic decisions they make, buy, sell, lend, or in the discharge of stewardship. So those are the issues, not a very high threshold. And then to look at the nature or size. I know this is a bit hard to read, it probably comes out a little bit better in your notes about the steps to go through in relation to materiality. So if you, and I think these are very, very helpful. Because the first one basically says, I've really got to collect all the information on the financial, on the business, the financial statements that could have an impact. So I have a file, and I put all that information in there as I go through the year. And then when it comes to year end, I go through a fuller process and I say, I've got all this information on the business. What is material in relation to the financial statements? So that's where I start to make my judgments, and I might have a paper that sort of summarises these transactions and events occurred during the year, completeness, and from that I've selected the following 5 items for additional emphasis in the financial statements because they could influence the decisions of users. Then I need to organise that information in such a way that it really hits the users between the eyes and the financial statements. It's not buried. So that's why you go through the decluttering exercise and you, as a preparer, you report the information that is relevant to them. ASIC has a new chair. And as a new chair, I expect a number of things. So this is Colin's view of this. ASIC has been slack in terms of allowing corporates to restate their financial statements without penalty. I don't believe that will continue in the future. Secondly, I see ASIC being much tougher in its dealings with corporates as a result of the Royal Commission and the like. So I see a real change in the landscape. Suffice to say, I've been bitterly disappointed at the way that ASIC is integrated with its corporates. I think it has let corporates off too easily and beat the GEs out of the part of the profession where accountability starts with the corporates. That's common soapbox. So, what ASIC expects of you now, what these expectations are taken from ASIC publications. So a number of areas, these issues are at the front of the mind. I'll put them there. ASIC makes announcements where they've done identified corporate restatements. So anytime there's a significant corporate restatement, they put out a press release, a high-level press release that I'm also critical of. The reason why they do that is they really want to alert you as preparers to things you should consider. So again, if I was a preparer and ASIC was putting out press releases on corporate restatements, as in the paragraph below, I'd be taking notice of those and seeing if I have any lessons. So those adjustments for those entities were 750 million, and there was some afterwards. So for your convenience, I've listed all those as reference points so you can go back and have a look. Just recently we had Orica increase their environmental provision by $150 million after ASIC had a look at their financial statements and made some comments. Rio Tinto is in the gun, and this is a really interesting one to watch because of all the factors that have highlighted in those timelines and the parties concerned. So an interesting issue with impairment and timely disclosures. Okay. Put that in there. Again, the role of directors, really want to make sure that you could lock on the roles. I've also put in this slide pack the reports from the 30th of June financial reporting period. And I've referenced the media releases. And the next half a dozen slides go through the issues. So I want you to use those slides as a checklist. Won't go through them. Now those are the areas where ASIC has identified issues with the financial reports which was on 30th of June. And those issues are very consistent year on year with previous findings. So again, as a CFO, I would be looking at those areas and say, have I got my accounting policy? So now we go to the next slide. These are the specific accounting issues and they fall into the next 6 slides. Now, when ASIC next month issues its targets for 30th of June 2018 and also releases its surveillance results for 31 December year ends, I expect to see the same issues coming. So one of the things to do is watch out for those particular issues. So hopefully those notes will guide you. The next point that I want to make, which is that because of the Royal Commission, there has been an increased penalty regime about. You have to look at those penalties, they are significant. So if you want to get your directors on board, remind them that these penalties have come through, including the words criminal offence. Criminal offence, guys, means go to jail, do not cut to go, do not collect too much. Ethics, and this is one of the big ones for next year, is that the Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants has been reissued internationally, and we're going through a phony due process here in Australia. There will be no changes to that code. So it imposes different obligations on us as preparers, as members in commerce and industry, and as auditors. I'll speak to the code more next year, but significant changes there. And until we meet again, these are the issues that I'd like you to focus in on. And as you can see, it's implement the new standards and materiality. Also keep a watch out for the conceptual framework and new conceptual framework and the end of special purpose financial reporting or developments in that space. The AASB is a tax transparency code that's being issued, and there's an appendix to that deals with the accounting standards issue. That is due to be issued sometime post-June. Ethics, no clear. The revised code of ethics coming through, and that revised code of ethics deals with the issues of bribery and corruption. So you as CFOs have got specific responsibilities in that area, so know what they are. Regulation, as I mentioned, I expect ASIC to have new powers and to use those powers. The surveillance program is coming out in June. Whistleblowing is going to be one of the themes of 2018, and one of the things that CFOs should want to do is do I have a whistleblowing policy and a whistleblowing provider, because you don't want things to come up and hit you blindsided by going through regulators and the like. You want to manage your risk, so you will need a whistleblowing service. I haven't mentioned too much about the not-for-profits, but fundraising and ATNC activities are very important. And these issues, a number of these issues that I've raised, will be addressed in the next issue of that great newsletter, the Corporate Advisor. It'll be out early July. Right, early July? Yeah, we'll do it then. Okay. Thank you, mate. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Colin. There's a fair bit of material there, and as Colin indicated, the webinars which Chadwick introduced around the standards are available for those which would like to get some more detail on the implementation. As we're all aware, revenue and actually commissioners are not dying now, so please take time for that if you'd like to. I think Colin will hang around for a little time afterwards, so if anyone wants to speak to Colin directly, I'm sure he's happy to have a discussion on the issue related to your companies usually. And please, if you'd like to stay around and chat to myself during Saturday, we'll be here for a while and help yourself to breakfast left. Thank you for coming.